everyone knows that mental health has a long history of lying about things for political reasons. They had an article before, I don't know if it's still there, called The Political Abuse of Psychiatry. It's all over the world, all the time. It is very sad that these people who psychiatrists have abused with psychiatry, whether it's white people all over the world or whether it's Jews or LGBT people, sink to the level of using psychiatry or any other underhanded means to try to discredit me. No, I do not have temporal lobe seizures. I'm not schizophrenic, not schizoaffective, not bipolar. I've ruled these things out a million times over. I even went as far as to do something that was extremely unnecessary by taking a test on the internet for these particular disorders. They all came out as I do not have these disorders. Okay, I even went that far. Okay, obviously in my life in racist California, psychiatrists, token minorities, etc., have lied for the system for various reasons. That's what they do. Okay, it is insane to not understand that I'm right about this. So when we look at what's going on, right? I'll give you an example. If a bunch of Jews came up to you and they beat you down and raped your kid and kidnapped your wife and your kid and so on and so forth, left you a bloody mess, would you say to yourself, hey, you know what? I don't want to say it was them because, that's anti-Semitic. Now, if people really have sense, they know that at no point in history did people come up with a viable counterargument for God before family and country. God first. So if you really have sense, you put God first. Freedom of speech is extremely important when it comes to religion and religious expression. No one has the right to say, hey, this guy's offending me by saying it's a Royal African Falcon martial art order and not a Jewish order or a British order or an LGBT order. Nobody has the right to say that. It is an extremely profound violation of my constitutional rights, my human rights, my religious rights, my moral rights, my rightful place, for them to sabotage me when I am logically the most righteous person ever when we consider what focused moral intensity is. To be morally intense is greater than to be kind of moral. Extremely hot is hotter than kind of hot. With that same scale, I'm logically the most righteous person that ever lived because of my top martial arts challenge and the focused moral intensity that was driving it. Ever since December 20th, 2013, I made it clear that the challenge wasn't just about giving me my rightful place, but it was about exposing that people are persecuting people for their political views illegally in America. At the time, I used the word California, but in America, on the planet, etc. There is no excuse for persecuting righteous and honorable martial artists, and I'm the last one ever possible, okay, for their moral views and their moral arguments. And then they proceeded to covertly drug me and provoke me to try to get me to threaten people so they could put me on psych meds and involuntary holds and so on and so forth. Okay? If somebody raped your family and they were bragging about it and saying, what are you going to do about it, and sent gang members and other people to try to provoke you into fighting them, okay, you would be pissed off, wouldn't you? You'd want to threaten somebody. Imagine they're drugging you to remove reservations and inhibitions. It is an outrage what is taking place here. Gangstalking is real. I have over 22 witnesses on record. If somebody mugged you and had one witness, the cop would take you very seriously. Imagine if you had the presence of mind to gather over 22 witnesses to your case alone. There is no excuse for what they're doing. I would say to them, grow up and do the right thing. Ver in virtue means man. Okay? The right way to be a man is to be righteous. Mr. Right on the right path is doing the right thing to be a man. Be a fucking man and admit your mistakes. Even if you have to do some jail time or prison time, grow up. Okay? Take responsibility. Grow up.